What's up, everybody? It's Killer Cloud here again, and I've finally completed the bosses I need to upload for the channel in Isshin+Emma. This fight is the third most difficult fight in the game, in my opinion, for the boss ranking, as I'm sure you saw. The reason is because it is almost a carbon copy of the first phase of the final boss, Isshin Sword Saint. And, it's only his sword phase though, like there's no spear here, so like there's a lot less to learn. Especially if you've already learned like the first phase of the Isshin fight, like in the true ending. But the thing that makes this fight difficult is it's basically 3 phases worth of that sword phase, and Ishin's super aggressive in those phases, which makes it semi-difficult. And then Emma here, as you're seeing right now on screen, is as aggressive, if not more aggressive, and she has less tells in her moves because she uses, I don't know, like her moveset is like very subtle and like you can't really tell too much. She's very like fitting as a character, like she's very graceful in her moves, and they did a nice job scripting her moves. As you're gonna see in this video, the phase 1 and 2, so this Emma fight and then the Isshin fight are really, like the Isshin fight phase 1 are really well executed, and then I fall apart in the final phase. But either way, this was like my first attempt, as you can see, because like I don't die. This was the ending to a great run through the game where I didn't die at all. Like that's why I still have 70,000 sen. And the reason that I'm trying to do those no death runs is because I'm trying to get as many skill points as possible fast so I can finish the game and get my platinum. I am about 8 skill points away from it now, so it's definitely very close to happening. It'll probably be done in the next day or two, and then I'll upload that, and then I'm not sure if there's too much else for me to upload on this game. Hearing the Borderlands 3 release date does give me some concern because that's in September, so I definitely need to fill some time in between now and then with content, so you guys will have to let me know what you'd like to see. But yeah, that was the Emma phase. Pretty fast, as you saw, and pretty standard once you learn some of her moves. This is where the fight gets fun, because I love the Isshin sword fight that he has. Like, his sword phases are incredible. His phase 2 sword phase is like a little bit annoying with like his flames, but we'll get to that. By now I'm assuming a lot of people know how to do Isshin, like his sword phase. But if not, you could watch this, and like this is just his standard sword phase, so like this is a pretty good indicator of what you are supposed to do, because like as you can see, he's already almost out of this phase and we're only 3.5 minutes in. I do get hit there though, so like it was by no means like a perfect phase, like no hits, but it was close. And yeah, this was really good for me, but now things in the fight start to go south, as you're about to see. So this phase is really annoying because he has those flame vents, and then he has this move, which I found out is fully blockable like that. You just have to continue spamming L1, and it'll work out A-okay for you. He does pretty much the same core sword mechanics, except for the fact that he adds flame to some of his moves, as you saw there. His most dangerous flame moves are when he does the flame vents on the ground, because it's super high damage if you get hit by the flame vents. And then of course if you get hit by like that sweeping one, it's going to drain you a lot of health, as you saw there, and kill you if he gets a follow-up hit. There's also his thing right here where he like drags the flames through the ground, and I should have been able to dodge that there, and I wasn't fast enough, and so it took about half a bar of health out with 20 vitality, which is fine. But here comes this again, and so all you have to do is literally, when all those come out, you can guard them all, and then if you do, I think later on in this phase, I do get a perfect guard on that combo that he does, because you could guard that last swing that he does if you timely guard it perfectly, instead of, like, messing it up like I did there, where it's like, oh, this might be it. Let's see. Yeah, see, and then he'll bounce off of you like that, and, you get a free hit or two in. The fight overall, like, now that I'm on my 7th playthrough, this was NG plus 5 Isshin right here, because this was my 6th playthrough. I'm on my 7th now and almost done with it. But yeah, this fight's not so bad in the lower playthroughs, but of course all the endgame fights towards higher playthroughs where bosses start doing like 50% of your health require a higher standard of ability. To me, this fight wasn't too hard at all. Anytime I've attempted it, like, it was much easier than the Sword Saint one, but the reason that it got 3rd place on, like, the boss ranking is because I know a lot of people would consider this a complicated fight with, like, a lot of mechanics to learn, and I think that the only reason I did find it easier was because this wasn't the first time I had fought Isshin. I had fought his Sword Saint version first, and that's much, much harder. So, like, I was already pretty used to, like, his moveset in, like, the first phase or two. And as you can see there, I ran out of gourds. And, that spells trouble, but luckily he was pretty close to being finished here, so it wasn't too much of an issue, and I still had some pellets, but it's, this is the sure ending, so it's like the fastest ending you can get, part of the reason why it was no deaths. Even though you still have to fight the Guardian Ape, Folding Screen Monkeys, and Corrupted Monk, you don't have to go to Fountainhead or anything, so it's a lot easier to, like, not die. But yeah, this was the fight, and hope you enjoyed the footage, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I think that was pretty much all I wanted to share, so thank you for watching, and I appreciate you.